That's because you keep a high vibration, and he doesn't vibrate into your presence. He is a guy that claims to be a professor. Nobody knows where he's a professor or anything like that. And he relentlessly, all the time, is always trying to debunk flat Earth. Kind of like Biop Man Dan. Puts out these bursting videos where he's got this condescending voice. And he makes all these straw man arguments and claims flat earthers believe nonsense that we don't believe, claiming flat earth society stuff. He'll never do a live debate. But for those people that see his stuff, and if you're new to flat earth, it's kind of like, maybe the guy's got a point, because you haven't really thought it through. Well, all of those videos have been thoroughly debunked. There's a couple 10-minute videos, a 20-minute video, and a series of Aeroflip videos. And they can be found in the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app, in the FAQ page, or not the FAQ page, in the web page. It's Flat Earth Debunked playlist. You hit that, go through the Professor Dave stuff, and you'll become an expert at debunking that.
You bring up that it's available in the app. So you were thinking it was the FAQ page. There's an FAQ page on that app. You want to talk about the app?
Yeah, well, real quick, for those of you new, there's YouTube. We used to, when Matt and I discovered Flat Earth 5-6 years ago, you can just go every morning, you type in Flat Earth into YouTube, and bam, all the new videos come up, and we just were learning so much and connecting with people, and we're having conferences and all sorts of stuff. But then YouTube said Flat Earth is a terrorist group, and we're gonna hide their content and give you our content. So that should tell you something right there. But when you search Flat Earth, you get the mainstream debunking propaganda stuff. You get the Flat Earth Society, which none of us are part of. That's a disinformation site. And so you really can't find the information. So I developed an app that shows you how the Flat Earth works. It feeds you a new video every single day. It has the top 21 questions. I've added now another page, and there's 15 different playlists that are always evolving, from biblical Flat Earth stuff to debunking the debunkers pages, and Flat Earth music and all sorts of stuff. So check that out, the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app by Blue Water Bay. Make sure it's by Blue Water Bay, because there's some ballers trying to copy it. They're doing a horrible job, by the way. They're just horrible. They're ballers, and they just really don't put enough effort into anything to make it nice. They're copying everything I did, but they're doing such a horrible job. So feel free to leave them a negative rating, and feel free to leave a positive one if you feel like it.
Yeah, sounds good. And Dave, why don't you get the speed pipe fired up while I give a little more insight into it. Like Dave said, it helps get around the algorithm of YouTube, right? They are purposely shutting stuff down, and the only way to get around it is this app. If you're into Flat Earth and you think Flat Earth is amazing, share the app with someone. Gift it to them. That's the easiest way to share Flat Earth.
That's the way. Somebody, a couple people, one guy, Scott, said I think he said he's a Q follower, or his friends are Q followers, and he was looking into it. And someone said, hey, check out Flat Earth. And they sent him something, and he's looking into it. He says he's 80% on board, which that's all the way. Yeah, he's done. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. But his question is, he goes, the one question I have is, he goes, you have these big companies paying millions of dollars for satellites. How are they getting away with satellites are real? You want to answer that, Matt? Because I have an answer.
No, I want to hear your answer.
So there's two things. One, the satellite, the company needs worldwide communications, and they believe that they can do a satellite, so they pay their millions of dollars. NASA takes it or whatever, and they're getting transmitted from underwater sea cables, which take care of 99% of the world's communication. There's fiber optics going everywhere, and they're just getting data saying that it's a satellite. For satellite radio, it doesn't work when you're 100 miles offshore. How's that possible? That's because it's a ground-based system. Now, the other thing is, NASA, buys up every big helium company, is the largest user of helium, and sends up tens of thousands of satellites hanging from balloons. perhaps some of those companies are using that. But that's certainly a lot less expensive than sending it up in a rocket.
Absolutely, and all of the original satellites were used, and so we'll just imagine they continue that technology into the future.
And GPS, all of the, it used to be Loran when I was a kid, before satellites. We had a Loran system, which was ground-based towers, making a grid, and you look on a map with you have an 8-digit number here and another 8-digit number, and you say, oh, that's where I am. And it really shows you accurately where you are. Then computer graphics came out. They took shots from airplanes, they made coordinates, and they overlaid a map onto the Loran system and called it GPS. GPS, right, to me, is ground positioning system.
Right. Well, Dave, you promised me that you have a really great speak pipe that you wanted to play, so let's hear it.
We're going to just play one today. It's very short, and Matt, I'm going to let you answer since you brought it up. Ready?
I'm just wondering if you smoke weed. Thanks.
No, I don't. I would say that it has nothing to do with my belief in flat Earth.
Yeah, nothing at all. It's so funny that the ballers that come after you, they never come after you with a proof. Like, we go after the globe people with, hey, why doesn't the sun set? Hey, how come we can see too far? Hey, how come, all of these things, they come back with, you're a moron. You live in your mother's basement. They never come out with proof. Do you know why?
Yeah,
I'm not seeing
that.
Wait, you're on that, Matt. You know that.
Well, I thought maybe you wanted to answer it. I don't drink anymore, but I do know that the only time I've ever stepped into the earth was when I'm drinking one too many silver cokes.
Hey,
we've made it through this whole list of physical questions. Believe in the ball and hear that flat earthers actually have good explanations and aren't willing to look into flat earth. I don't know how that's possible.
I did an interview with two, I think they're college kids that have a podcast, and they were very, very good questioners, but they even put a disclaimer, we don't believe this, we just wanted to hear what flat earthers think. But I put it on the app, and flat earthers went over there in droves and laid down some red pilling. I don't think these guys can come out of it without knowing. Hey, one more thing. We've heard of the 24-hour sun in the Arctic Circle. So places like Norway, Alaska, you have the 24-hour sun when the sun is near the Tropic of Cancer in our summer, in June. Right? Makes sense on a heliocentric. It makes sense on heliocentric and a flat Earth. Okay? The fact that there's no 24-hour sun in the Antarctic, it weighs heavily against the globe. Do you know, and I heard this on Crow 777, that every month for a week in the north, like I think it's in Norway, the moon doesn't set for a week every month.
Interesting.
Because the moon is oscillating just like the sun between the Tropic of Capricorn and the Tropic of Cancer. Every month it's doing that.
Right.
So that week is equivalent to the same amount of, for the couple of months that the 24-hour sun is there. So every month that happens. How come we were never taught that in school about the moon being up there like that? And where does that happen at the equal latitude and south? Where's the 24-hour moon? They can't think of. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, so 24-hour moon happens during the 24-hour sun. The 24-hour moon happens during the 24 hours of darkness, during their deep winter. And it also happens when they have their, normal days of day and night. It happens every month.
Wow.
Yeah. So any flat earthers that live in the far north that do get to experience this, if you could get the equipment and film that and document it different every month of the year, a couple times, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, I think that's been a successful podcast, Dave. What do you say?
I agree. I hope people enjoyed it. We did hit the basics for a lot of you, but there's a lot of new people out there, so we do come around and try to just deliver the necessary information.